Hello and very welcome to our Depence² tutorial series. In this video we would like to show you how to use the all-new material system in Depence². Depence² has a full PBR engine that fully supports PBR materials, also called substances. Each one of the already imported simple 3D objects, which you can see right here, will now be added with a different kind of material. You can change the material settings by selecting the model and opening the Material tab to your right. Each material has different channels. The first channel is a Diffuse channel. It lets you change the color of the object by typing in any RGB value or by using the color palette. You may also add your own textures to the surface of the object by clicking on Diffuse Texture. The video source will be explained in an upcoming video. For now, you just need to know that it's, for example, used to create water screens. The DMX control can be used to directly load a RGB value from the DMX buffer. The emissive parameter thereby determines the light which will be emitted from the object itself. The height channel can be used to load a height map, which is basically a black and white texture which creates a more realistic 3D look of the material. For example, this is used to create detailed rooftops of buildings. The Metalness tab can manipulate the look of the material too. It determines either a more metallic look or a dielectric look, which does not reflect the surroundings at all. The normals property is also simply called bump maps, a basic variable in textures. By manipulating the roughness of the material in combination with the metalness, you can create astonishing results. Immediately notice the differences of the reflections on the surface of the object. In this way, you can create nearly any object with a detailed and realistic surface. The scattering factor is especially handy while working with models like trees, leaves or bushes, as it determines how much light is irradiated on the edges of the object. The transparency option offers you the possibility to add alpha maps to your object and material. These also will be needed for trees and leaves. The translucent value thereby sets the transparency for your object. Another option is the texture mapping, which is depending on the UV maps of the model itself by default. It also offers box mapping in case your imported UV map has lower or bad quality. The scaling options also let you manipulate the appearance of the UV map. By using the weathering parameters, you may make your model look wet. To load a material from the library, just open Materials, select Indoor or Outdoor Materials and click any texture that you would like to add. Now you just need to drag and drop the material onto your preferred object. Now the material will automatically be applied. All materials in the Depence² library are a full combination of all textures required to generate a material. PBR materials can be created with tools like Substance Designer. Some materials already come with the information whether to use box or UV mapping. This mostly is true for materials which are dedicated to being placed on floors. For example, you can scale those materials and transform them as you like, while the textures will be deformed using UV maps. Using box mapping, you can avoid this. The tile size thereby determines the size of the box map.